One. Hey everybody, welcome back to Forever Gaming. This is Kite. I'm taking a look at Mordheim, City of the Damned tonight with Wyld. Wyld is joining me tonight. How's the stream looking?
Hey, how's it going? Ah, it's good. Looks like it's running here.
Yeah, this is something new we're trying, and I think it's going to work. So yeah, so this is a little game I picked up. I kind of ignored it for a long time, and then one of my friends was asking me about it if I thought it was any good, and I was like, I was ignoring that game on purpose.
So, so why were you ignoring it?
I was ignoring it because I didn't think it was going to be much of anything. I thought it was going to be too simplistic, maybe.
Right.
But I'm a big like tactical turn-based gaming type of guy. I love XCOM.
That's
way
right.
back, way back in the
day. When I first started gaming with you, you were playing tactical RPGs, turn-based games, and back then I hated them. I was like,
yes.
Why do you play those? They're so
Final
boring.
Fantasy Tactics. Yeah. Final Fantasy Tactics, man. Oh. But the only reason I played that game was
since then, I'm glad to say, because of you, you know, I did try several, and of course I love them now too. They have their own special place.
The only reason I liked Final Fantasy Tactics was because I couldn't play XCOM. I didn't have a computer. I only had a console, so that was like the best option I had at the time. But yeah. Anyway, so this game has been compared a lot with XCOM. It is not like XCOM, and on so many levels, it is not like XCOM. I don't want to lead anyone astray, but on some levels, it is. So it is definitely turn-based. Let me get into this. So this is going to be like a very brief overview. I am by no means an expert at this game. I'm still learning. I've been watching some streams of some other guys playing. It's been great, and so what you do is you create your own warband. And I'm going to turn the music down really quick because it's distracting me. The music's very, you know, it's stirring and epic and really swells the blood and all that.
Yeah, that's one thing we're gonna have to figure out. I can't hear your game music right now, so that'll be interesting.
Can you hear any of the audio?
No.
Any of the clicks? Okay.
We'll work through that.
We'll have to work something out. Okay.
Yeah.
So in this game, what you do is you create a warband.
Okay.
And then you the backstory of this game is a comet hit a major city and left behind a bunch of this rock, kind of like meteorite, but they're called Wyrdstone. But it's anyway, it's basically the main currency in the game. You're trying to gather it. It has magical powers.
the currency is rocks from space.
Kind of.
Okay.
But in the lore of Warhammer Fantasy, they saw it as a sign from one of the gods, and so
okay.
But what happened was they saw it coming for a long time. It kind of hung in the sky for a while, and so all these people gathered into the city, and then it hit the city. Yeah.
Look, me lord, the sky, it's falling.
Yeah, and then this comet hits the city, and of course, kills a lot of people. And then,
gosh. Okay.
Yeah, and then mercenaries sort of swoop in. It's kind of like Stalker in a way. They kind of swoop in to gather this weird rock because they have discovered it has all these unique properties that they can use to do magic and heal people. And
so it's like an anti-kryptonite for everyone.
Exactly. It looks like kryptonite though because it's glowing green.
Okay.
And so the game has it started with 4 I don't like, are they factions? I guess I mean when you play you choose you choose a faction, and
Right.
it started with like the mercenaries, the humans, and then they also have Skaven, which are the humanoid rats that run around, and then they
Oh.
have this chaos group, which is kind of like Mad Max, uh, people that have really they've really embraced the darkness of all of this weird stuff that's going on in the city.
Okay,
And
okay, but is everything kind of locked in this technology level that we're seeing here, or
oh
are
yeah,
there
it's all
people
fantasy.
have different? Okay, got it. All fantasy.
Right. So, but each of the races have different strengths. So, for instance,
Right.
the Skaven are really good at ambushing, and they can move. I think they can move a little faster, or they can move a little bit further by like
Okay.
one space. But they're not
So,
as tough.
so you have 5 people in your party. It looks like. Do you start with 5?
You start with. I think they give you 5 to start with. Yes, and so
Okay.
I it's pretty funny. I started with the guy. This is your leader. So if you see down along the bottom, you have your leader, which I'll click into him, Gottfried von Mirelson. I can't say his name right, and
Right.
you can change a little bit of what he looks like. You can change the color of some of his
Wait.
clothes. Yeah,
He
well,
has
this is
blonde
this is
hair and a very dark beard.
no, he doesn't have blonde hair. No, that's leather.
Oh.
It's leather. I know it
Oh,
looks like
that's
it.
leather.
I get you.
Okay,
Because
okay.
I thought so too. I was like, that doesn't look right. So back here it looks
Yeah.
like something weird, but yeah.
Well,
So
yeah.
anyway, point is that I had a different
The day
leader.
gone wrong at the salon.
Yeah, he made a
Yeah.
bad choice. Uh,
So you have a leader.
and so I had a leader, and we got in a
Oh.
fight. Yeah, this is Wolfgang Schmidt.
Oh, yes.
But anyway, back to my leader. He he kept getting beat up, right? So I was like, okay, a leader is supposed to lead, right? He's supposed to be in the front. Well, he was in the front a
Yeah.
lot, and he got beat up a lot. And so in this game, if you get knocked out during a match, uh, you're likely to pick up wounds or injuries. See this guy on the back here?
Yeah.
He's in reserve because he's been hurt. I think he had a fractured skull, and so he's
Oh
like
dear.
healing up. Yeah. But anyway, my former leader, which I can't remember his name because I've already forgotten him because he didn't do enough for me. But he
It's a
lost an
tough
arm.
world out
He
there.
lost an arm.
It's a tough crowd.
He,
His arm came off.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And my little model guy had a nub. Like
Oh,
he could no longer
nice.
use a shield.
Oh
And so the
man.
game
Okay,
gives
so
you
that's cool.
so the game does that to you, but also like his dexterity or sorry his dodge skill went up because there was less of him to hit. So there
Nice.
was a sort of a pro to that.
Right.
Oh, one other thing that I've done is I paid for one extra DLC, which gave me this. What is this? A smuggler. It's a
Smuggler.
new. It's a new little DLC character you can add to the humans. Okay, so that's the other thing. So they've released a few DLC things to this game. So it started off with 4 different races, and now there are, I believe there's 6. So right now we've got these mercenaries, we've got the Skaven, which are the rat people, and then we've got the Sisters of Sigmar, which are kind of like the priestesses. They're kind of like clerics.
Mm.
I am not well versed in the Warhammer story.
More. Yeah.
Let me go back to
I'm
the main
not
menu.
at
I'll
all.
show you what these folks look like. And so, but then they've added some more. So what people have really been wanting, from what I've heard, is they want dwarves.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. But they don't have dwarves. I don't know why they don't have dwarves added to this, and they don't have orcs. Like Warhammer is all about the orcs. I don't know why they don't have
Right.
orcs in this.
Yeah, right. That doesn't make sense. Okay.
So, but what they did
but
add,
they may add some.
they added the witch hunters, which I was very tempted but you have to. It's a DLC you have to download, but I still have to face them in the city. So you can see in the background back here is the city of Mordheim, and so the 4 in the middle. These are the starters, and then they've added the witch hunters, and then they added, believe it or not, the undead, but like vampires and zombies and crap. Yeah, I have fought those guys already, and they're no fun. So yeah. Anyway, these are the different, and they all have pros and cons, strengths and weaknesses. Anyway, let me get back to the game a little bit. I'm kind of nervous about playing a level because you could totally lose your guys, but I don't care. Let's do it.
That's the way it rolls.
Yeah. So the other thing this game has that's similar to XCOM, it has this sort of meta game where you have to. So this is the Wyrdstone. You see it over here. It is like kryptonite. It's exactly like kryptonite. But you collect it while you're fighting on the map. You see it on the ground, and your guys will pick it up, and it can actually hurt your characters when they carry it. So there's this risk reward for picking up some of this, but you have to deliver so many of the Wyrdstones a week to continue fighting. So I guess you have a benefactor or a patron who sends you money to keep your warband happy, but in return he wants Wyrdstone. So in a way it's a hassle because it's like I want to fight, I want to do the tactical stuff, but then I have to worry about I should go pick up a rock. I wish there was a way to turn. The game works on a lot of levels. I wish I could turn that off because it's not really what I want to do. But anyway, I think my guys are ready to fight. What I did recently is I actually picked up this guy's got a huge hammer now. I gave him a hammer and I gave him a helmet, and he also has a crossbow. And then this guy,
so they can carry multiple weapons.
Yeah, they can have an alternate weapon set. And so this guy's got the two-handed axe. I don't know if he has a backup. I know that the smuggler has a backup of pistols, and then I have this archer who's he's awesome, but the archers don't seem to do a lot of damage. But you can sort of kite people. No, no pun intended. But you can sort of. Oh, that's another cool thing. All right. This is what I want to do. I need to get into not a skirmish. I need to get into
going and then tell us more.
Sorry, I know.
Please, sir. Tell us more, please.
Get out of this. Okay, continue. Get out of this. Okay, campaign. Okay, so you're given options of fights that you can do each day. Oh, great. Average poor, good poor. Okay. The other thing it will do is it will scatter. I have to say this because this is part of my decision I have to make. Is it says both? If you look at this, Rivals in the Ruins, it says both warbands deploy tightly around their wagons. Okay, that means that your warband starts together, and then this one says. This one actually, if I take this mission, the warbands are split up into 3 teams, so it can be more difficult. So I want us to go to the one where we're together. Okay.
Okay.
Yes. All right. I want to do launch and deploy. Okay. Blah, blah, blah.
Your scouts have discovered a rival warband in the vicinity. These warriors are clustered around their wagon, making them a very attractive target.
Yeah, I can't hear any of it, unfortunately.
Yeah. Okay. We'll have to see the stream later. But great voiceover work here. Oh, that's another thing. This game was notorious for load times. If you watch any streams about people who were streaming this game when it released, all of them are like, this game, it takes 3.5 to 4 minutes to load a level. Which I thought was a good indicator that they liked the game. I would never wait that long.
Still play it, right.
They still played it. But now it loads like in 20 to 30 seconds. So they definitely optimize that load. Okay, so here's what the level looks like. So this game is based on a miniatures board game type thing that Games Workshop put out a long time ago. So
okay, right.
So this is a glorified board game, but it is turn-based, and it is like XCOM, and there is sight lines and tactics that work in the 3D. Anyway, if that makes sense.
Oh, really? Yeah. So,
Okay.
so do you have to pay attention to like line of sight, things like
Yes. So I want to put her here, in there. Sure, Archer, Wolfgang Schmidt, and Gunner. Okay. So along the top, you'll see these icons, and so there's these question marks. So you don't know, those are the enemies. You haven't seen them yet, so you don't know who that is. But usually it's the people that have the highest initiative are going to be their heroes or leaders. All right. And that's another thing that's great about this game is that everyone has their own initiative. You don't get to move all of your guys at once, and then the other guy gets to move all of his guys at once. No, it's all interspersed. And so you have to be careful. You have to manage, like, if you have a slow but really powerful guy, and you move him up too far, and you think your other guys are going to get into the fight and help him out, you have to balance that initiative, or else you'll leave a guy high and dry. Okay, so
interesting.
So you move around. This blue circle shows is basically a movement zone. But you're not only moving in a zone, you can position. So I can position her, you know, next to this wall and wait for someone to come around the corner, and I can set her in ambush, and she'll jump them. You can also go up into all these buildings, and I can put an archer up there.
Oh, really? Cool.
Yeah. Oh, let me go to the overhead map. Duh. So this game, it's got a lot going on. A lot. I encourage you, if this is the type of game that you are interested in, there are a lot of people out there who've done excellent streams of this stuff. But I just want to point you in the direction of looking at some other streams for more detailed content on how to play and what all's going on, because it does get deep. It's a lot. There's a lot going on. Okay, so these little icons here are the kryptonite Wyrdstone. Okay, over here you can see this is my wagon. I can go. Oh, excuse me, it's real sensitive. So I can go gather the Wyrdstone and then bring them back and put it into the wagon. And when I do that, it takes away the debuffs that the Wyrdstone are giving my character. So there's a way to manage that, get it back. And each of your characters can only carry so much to their inventory is lacking or in size. So and then there's also other items you can find on the map. Right there, we just saw in this house there is something to scavenge. So I'm gonna put a marker there. Now I look. See, okay. See that red beam coming out of the sky? That's my marker, so I know it's over that direction.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
That is cool.
Yeah. So I'm going to wait. Let's see if I can move her over there to find that. Oh yeah, so here's where I can climb up. Well, check this out.
Nice. Wow. Very cool. So is this part of her current movement range?
Yes.
Is that how this is working? Okay, got it.
Oh, and there are traps you have to be careful of. I don't see what, I don't know that, like, so these gross things growing all around the town, they're part of what has happened.
Ew.
after the comet hit.
Okay. So
I'm not really set her. I'm going to set her into an ambush stance in case somebody runs in. Okay. Now, moving to this guy. I'm going to move him over here. Whoa. So there's the marker. So it must be upstairs.
Okay.
So, let me find the stairs. Ah! Get up the stairs. There it is. There's the chest.
See.
So, gold.
7 gold crowns, Minnow.
I'll take it. Awesome. Okay, so the other thing about this game...
Now I can get my hair dyed to match my unit.
That's right. So, the other thing about this game is that there are these different conditions for these fights. So, let's see. If you look over here, there's the objective on the left. Make the enemy. So, you either want to kill them all or make them run away. There's a like a fear check or a morale check. And if they fail the morale check, then they just leave the battlefield and you win.
Do you actually fight enemies in this game?
Yeah, but they're moving, so the map is pretty big, right? So over here is our wagon, and their wagon is over here. And so because of the conditions that we heard about, or that we read about at the start of the match, I know that all of their guys started around their wagon. So they're moving out probably in this direction to scavenge stone. And here's the other thing: I don't know which faction I'm facing yet. It could be any of them. So I don't know really how to play this yet. So I need to be careful. So here's some pretty grisly stuff. So people
hard to like sort of min-max it until you actually get to the fight. That's good.
Yeah, there is some stuff you can do, but some it depends a lot on who you're facing and what they're bringing to the battlefield, like what units they have. The other thing about this game is that if you have 5 units, they have 5 units. So there's never overwhelming numbers. It's always pretty evenly matched. Some of the story missions will have creatures spawning in continuously, so that's a form of them having overwhelming numbers. But usually the general missions are very, very not very, very, but they're balanced in that there's the same number of units. Okay, so I'm just going to move. All right, fine, stay here. I'm not really paying attention to what I'm doing. So, all right, so the enemy's moving. All right, now we got our guys. I kind of want them to stay together.
Yeah, if you get too spread out, can you get deflected?
Well, yeah, if they gang up on you.
2 or 3 will gang up on the one that's on their own.
Yeah. So I'm going to set him. I'm trying to get him. Alright.
I will stand here.
Alright, one more guy.
A new round has started.
Okay, new round. Wait, what? Oh, waiting for opponent. So, they have a higher initiative.
Oh, okay.
Oh, and over here it says one of the Wyrdstones has been claimed. That means that one of the enemy
got one.
has picked one up. Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, Wyrdstone sighted. That glowing green. But you see, oh man, that's crazy. So you see all of these buildings?
Yes.
They're all, you can go in all of them. It's crazy. Oh,
it is crazy.
Do you see that on the ground right there? These boards with the writing? That's like a pressure plate trap right there. And let's see if I can. Yeah, I can do my perception. I'll do that. Oh, it's not? Oh, yeah. See, it's highlighted. But I almost ran right over it. I didn't.
Yeah. Is there one up in front of you?
Yeah, see?
Yeah. Okay.
Oh.
So now that you see it, if you were to walk over it, it would get you. But can you disable it or disarm it?
Look, there's a treasure in there. I think you can disarm it.
Or can you make the enemy walk across it to come to you?
If you know there's a trap, you can set up and sort of like taunt them. If they don't see the trap.
I taunt you from over there.
Alright, so her turn is... Wait, I don't want to do that. I want to do that. So if they run up on me, I have a chance to attack them first. Alright, let's go back out. Alright, I'm going to run up to where she is. Can I pick up some Wyrdstone? Come on. Because she's standing here, she has that circle around her. You're not, there we go. You're not able to, that's one way to keep them from sort of stacking up too close, is if you're in someone's area, you can't occupy that space and pull off actions. So it's a way of sort of spreading out attacks. Once we get into a fight, we'll see.
I see.
So he just picked up a Warstone, and then he had this effect happen. So actually, the effect for him was a good one. It's got plus 20% armor absorption. So you never know what you're going to get. It's a random. Yeah, it could be negative. It could be you're no longer able to switch weapons, or it'll take health away from you. Yeah. So waiting for opponent. I'm waiting to see what we're going to fight here. They're going to come out.
I'm French. Why do you think I have this outrageous accent?
Alright, should he go high? Where did they go? Didn't they go down the street?
You don't frighten us, English big dogs. No. Alright, if you run over with one of these little blue lights, it kind of resets your movements to oh, okay, I see.
So there's a way for you to move around and explore
without choosing.
And then then you can go back and go a different route. But if you stumble on a trap, you can't undo that anymore. It'll lock you in and you've lost those movement points.
If you trigger a trap. Oh,
if you trigger a trap, or if an enemy sees you. So you have to be careful when you're exploring like that. Yes, let's move up. Am I going the right way?
So, you keep saying that there's fighting that happens in this game. Do you actually ever see it?
Yes, I know.
I'm kidding. No, I think that's one of the coolest thing so far is that, you know, you start off this engagement and you have no idea really, other than a general direction, where they're coming from.
Right.
Yeah.
I probably think about this about every game I play because I'm such a fan of World War II. I would love for there to be a random World War II
A new round has
city
started.
fighting game like this.
Right. Yeah, that would be neat. Going through, like, I mean, similar in the way this is, except all the buildings are blown up and knocked down.
Yeah.
And it would be cool to have sort of, you know, engagements in sort of the different environments that they fought in World War II.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah.
I saw there was a... I'm hearing weird noises.
Oh,
I don't know what they mean.
what's happening? Can you jump up there?
Yeah. Well, sometimes you mess up. It has to do a roll. So, yeah, this game is all about random number generating, dice rolling.
So when you jumped up there, it actually rolled to see if you made it.
It did. Check this eyeball out.
Excellent. Whoa.
It's
That
following
is
me.
freaky. Yes. That is amazing. Look at it.
Yeah, they didn't have to do that. That's the first time I've ever noticed that.
Yeah, they didn't have to do that. You got that right. Wow.
Look, a chest.
Yeah. Good job.
Heavy armor.
Ooh. Now, you said one of your party members had like a bows and stuff. Would it be advantageous to place them in an elevated position because
Yes.
of that weapon type?
I think yes, it gives them a bonus to
Just height or shooting bonus
yeah.
for sure, but like
Yeah, I think it gives them a to hit bonus
mhm.
and also it may give them a damage bonus. There's a lot of things being calculated underneath, so that if you were playing, as you know, because you and I we'll get together and we'll play games all the time, like board games and stuff.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of stuff being calculated. So
Right.
I'm thankful I don't have to do that.
Yeah, right.
Oh, yeah, so if you look up, oh gosh, there's so much to tell you. So if you look up in the upper right,
Okay.
there is, it says combat log, but it tells you where you're making, you know, what your characters are doing and the rolls they're making.
Right.
Yeah,
I see
so
it.
you can see exactly what's happening. And also what's happening too when you start meeting the enemy, eventually it does happen, is
I don't
you may
believe
have
you.
you may have a great roll, like you might have a 95% chance to hit something, but then it also rolls what each individual soldier or enemy has to counter your attack, which you're not always privileged to know what they have. And so it's possible for you to have okay, hold on. It's possible for you to have you know, an incredible chance to hit a monster or another soldier, and then they counter it because of their gear, their skill, and the random roll.
Awesome.
I can't just take that. So someone else will do that. My my hero guy's already full up with his inventory.
Oh,
so.
okay. So there's like inventory space.
Yeah. I'll try to find a guy. Where is everybody? This is the longest it's ever been for me in playing a game to run into an enemy.
Before you've met one.
Yeah. This is the lamest video ever.
Well,
We're gonna play this
we
game
promise. There are actually enemy to fight in this tactical RPG.
Yeah.
You do get to
Actually, this is a game about cosplay at a convention. You don't
yes.
actually get to fight. You just look like you can fight.
But no orcs. They're not allowed.
No orcs. Sorry. Take it all. Oh!
What?
He got hurt. That did not agree with him. Not at all.
Was he attacking that?
No,
wall?
he picked up some of that Wyrdstone in it.
Oh,
Did not agree with him. He had a bad roll.
Bad day.
A new round has started.
Gee. Where are all the bad guys at?
And so you're the human mercenaries.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm just looking for wow, lots of Wyrdstone here. It's hard to just pass that up, you know.
Thanks, though. Yes.
Gathering. Well, I'm going to swap. I don't need that heavy armor as much as I need this Wyrdstone.
And so you're collecting the Wyrdstone, but what over the long haul, any advantage you get during this match you take with you forward? You can use it, you said, to buy other equipment, things like that. Or am I missing the part?
Yeah. So the Wyrdstone you send into your benefactor, or there's like two other factions that want the Wyrdstone, and when you send them the supply of it, you get certain bonuses like it's cheaper to hire more soldiers, it's cheaper to train your soldiers, stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's deep. It's deep, but if you're if you like turn-based games, again, XCOM is a great game. This one's just a little different, and it's turn-based with swords and black powder weapons, and I just like the setting a lot. It's really cool. And I'm not a huge Warhammer fanatic. Like, I've never really gotten into the Warhammer 40K, but my brother and I used to sometimes play the Warhammer fantasy role-playing game, like Dungeons and Dragons, but it was set in Warhammer, and it was always great fun. But anyway, the setting is just really awesome, and the maps and all of the places you can hide are really cool. I'm going to get slaughtered. I've decided. They're just going to gang on. They're going to gang. Be like a huge band of people that just push right through one of my guys.
Yeah. I'll believe it when I see something.
When you see it, I know. TikTok. Where's their wagon? It's here. Let's head that direction. Okay, I can't get by this guy, so I'm going to delay. Really? Delay him too. You're really bumming me out.
Some really cool pen and ink drawings that go with this game. I guess we're part of the concept art and stuff. They're nice.
Yeah. Okay, finally you can move. I can't jump that through there, so I want to go up. Oh, killing me, guys.
A new round has started.
I see that trap on the floor right there.
Oh,
Oh,
careful where you step.
is that my guy?
Oh, I can't tell.
I think it is.
A little froggy.
Is that my guy? I think so. Well. Yeah, it is. Jeez.
Seriously, guys.
Ah!
They really are enemies.
Promise. Oh, there's my guys down there. So this is we're actually moving towards their wagon.
Oh,
Oh, it's the
I
sisters.
see a wagon.
It's the sisters
Oh.
of Sigma. They're tough. So I've heard. I haven't fought them yet.
Oh dear.
Oh look, see above at the top. Now you can see it's their turn. It's like some red warhammer with wings. Is there?
Nice.
You better get on up here, dude. We need you. There's gonna be a fight, fellas. Mark it.
It's about to happen.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna get destroyed. It's my fear. Wilda. It's Wilda's turn. Alright. Somewhere around here's the action. Oh my gosh. Yes, yes. Do you think they can... I don't think they have any ranged. We're gonna find out. Uh-oh. Oh, crap.
Nice with the depth of field.
Oh, yeah. Good eye. That
A
is
new
cool.
round has started.
Brother. Oh, it failed. Oh. Another cool thing in this game is that when you do magic... Oh, she tried to climb up and failed.
Nice. I thought they were like...
She failed again. Oh, no, she didn't. Oh, crap. She made it. Uh-oh.
Oh, hello.
So when you do magic in this game, if you fail, it's like a catastrophic failure. So you actually... Like, you can blow up. Your spells can blow up. Oh! Whoa! It's on now, boys. So you can see, look at all these numbers, right? These are all the things that it's calculating when you're attacking and defending. So if you are into that, which I can't say, I confess, I'm not really into number crunching. I hate min-maxing. I like to play games for the experience, not for work or math. I don't like doing all that crap.
Well, actually, James, you know, if you had equipped the Lance of Strength there, it would have improved your chances.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't be that guy.
Yeah. Ah, dang it. But it's there. It's all there going on under the hood, and if you want that stuff to be on the level, on the surface, you can get at it. Look at that. Roll melee chance fail. I rolled a 78. My target was a 77. Get out of here. Isolda's turn.
Oh. Will she bring the hammer?
I have a hammer for you. Isolda's contemplative. She's not doing anything.
Believe me now and hear me later. When you feel my hammer, it will not feel good.
Okay, Isolde. Wrap it up. The music's playing. Get off the stage. So on and so forth and yada yada yada. I think this match is going to take a while.
Oh yeah.
I don't get what's going on here with Isolde.
Yeah, are we not seeing?
I have not had the game lock up on me before. And yeah, this game came out in 2015, and it got some decent reviews, but there was a lot of criticism because of the long load times. It's a few other things with the gameplay, but they've ironed a bunch of it out. It's a lot more solid to play now. But I haven't run into anything that would lock the game up yet. But it looks like it might be.
Lovely.
I don't understand. She's got quite a power. She stops the fight.
Is that your character?
No, it's their hero.
Their hero.
Their leader or their hero character.
Escape.
So I don't...
Alt tab?
No. Escape does work. So the game's not completely locked up. I will take the time now, though, to point out in the upper left, you see these two status bars. One's blue and one's red. Blue is your team. Red is their team. I'm not sure what the top numbers signify. I think it just means force strength, maybe, like how much offense your guys have. these numbers lower when you start to lose guys, or they start to lose guys. And if it falls below that line, then they have to start making this morale check, and then they have to, if they fail, then they basically surrender. And same for you. Your guys have to do that too. Gosh, I wish I could show you more.
Well, maybe I'll do another one. People want to see some more of this.
Yeah, I don't see the point of keeping this going as it is.
Yeah.
It's frustrating.
Unfortunate,
Sorry, everybody. Frustrating.
It happens.
Yeah. Okay, guys. This is Mordheim, City of the Damned. I think it's a blast if you like turn-based games and you're tired of playing games with aliens or straight up military. This is a fun game. I like it. Anyway, thanks for joining us. And
yeah, thanks everybody.
Yeah, we'll see you soon. Thanks, guys. All right, bye.